If you've been scrolling through endless listings, comparing a bench here, a rack there, and still can't picture what actually fits into your living room without turning it into a garage, this review is going to clear that up. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've spent the last couple of weeks setting up a makeshift home gym, reading forum threads, and watching how real people adjust their spaces, so let's talk about whether the PUCNHZYNW dumbbell bench all-in-one really solves the "what do I need" dilemma. First off, the biggest hesitation most of us feel is ending up with a piece of equipment that either takes up too much room or can't handle the lifts we actually plan to do. The market is flooded with single-purpose benches that are great for a flat press but leave you buying a separate squat rack, a dumbbell station, and a fold-away mat. On the flip side, a full power rack can dominate a spare bedroom and cost a small fortune. The PUCNHZYNW tries to sit right in the middle. It's marketed as an all-in-one bench, squat rack, and utility barbell holder that folds for storage. In theory, that sounds like the sweet spot for anyone who wants to do a complete bodybuilding routine without renting a commercial space. Who should actually consider this piece? If you're a beginner or an intermediate lifter who works out 34 times a week and wants to do bench presses, overhead presses, dumbbell rows, squats, and core work all from the same footprint, this bench is built for you. It also makes sense for a shared home gym where multiple people need different angles and equipment but you only have a single spot to place something. For example, a couple living together can each set the bench to their preferred incline for a quick morning session, then fold it back and stash it under the bed when guests arrive. The adjustable utility barbell bed concept means you won't need a separate barbell rack. You can load plates directly onto the built-in supports and transition from a press to a squat without moving anything. On the other hand, if you're a serious powerlifter who regularly loads more than 200 pounds per side, or if you plan to run heavy deadlifts and need a dedicated platform, you'll probably want a sturdier, purpose-built rack. The all-in-one design inevitably involves compromises in frame thickness and the way the legs lock into place. While the bench can handle typical home gym loads, it's not engineered for the kind of maximum weight testing you'd see in a commercial facility. So seasoned lifters looking for absolute stability at extreme weights should skip this and invest in a specialized rack. Now let's talk about the practical strengths that matter once the box is opened. The first thing I noticed was how the adjustment mechanism feels. You twist a lever, lock the backrest into the desired angle, and the bench stays put. In a small apartment, being able to shift from flat to incline in under 10 seconds means you can keep the momentum of a circuit training session without fumbling with pins or separate incline boards. The integrated squat rack sits on the same frame, so when you're done with a set of dumbbell presses you can simply slide the barbell onto the built-in hooks and squat. No need to shuffle equipment around, which is a real time saver when you're juggling a busy schedule. Space efficiency is another win. When fully folded, the bench's profile drops to a fraction of its working height, allowing you to tuck it behind a couch or slide it into a closet. I measured the folded width at about the size of a standard dining chair, which means you can keep it out of the way and still have room for a yoga mat or a set of kettlebells. For anyone who's worried about a bench turning a room into a storage unit, that folding capability is the main value proposition. The product's versatility extends beyond the obvious lifts. Because the backrest can be set to a near vertical position, you can perform seated shoulder presses and even triceps extensions with a single dumbbell. The utility barbell bed surface doubles as a platform for decline sit-ups, which is useful if you want a quick core finisher after a heavy set. I tried a few of these combos in a single workout, and the transitions felt seamless. No need to re-rack the bench or hunt for a separate decline board. That fluidity is exactly what most home gym owners are after, the ability to hit multiple muscle groups in one compact session. There are, however, some hidden trade-offs to keep in mind. The bench's stability relies on a set of 4 legs that spread out to a